Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Watersurf's Chats with. Last time you saw me chat with Red Eyes Green Dragon, and that's going to be the general vibe of this new little podcasting that I got going on. Basically, we're going to chat with creators here on YouTube, or maybe creators on the internet that are making some cool stuff, whether it be videos, or artwork, or doing voice talent, or whatever else you can probably think of. And today is no exception. We're talking with another creator on the platform that found some success, and you may know them from roller coaster content. And you probably saw them on your home feed probably a few months ago. And you might have saw them on Jack's films because they got their video plagiarized. But hey, don't let me say it. Let YapEmporium talk about it. That's our guest, by the way, if you didn't know.
Yes, hello. So I am YapEmporium. I make a wide array of different content, by which I mean I basically just make roller coaster content. So I think like when I started off, it was just as a hobby. Like I basically didn't expect to grow whatsoever. And so I started off in July. I was originally inspired by a smaller YouTuber now, who at the time was much bigger than me, called Q4 Coasters, and I really enjoyed their content. So then that inspired me to get back into creating content again. And I think, yeah, so I created like a few small videos, but I never actually uploaded them onto YouTube. And it was only when I saw like another YouTuber then also growing at the same time, it made me realize that you can still actually grow on YouTube, because I kind of thought it was oversaturated at the time. So I was unsure if I could actually get back onto the platform, because I hadn't created since 2020. So it was really fun to get back onto the platform, and I'm really happy how it's going currently, which is great.
Yeah, that's the thing that I've been telling everybody is it's never too late to start, and it's always a good time to make content. Even if you don't find success, you can always start anytime you want. Like, you can start today, you can start tomorrow, you can even start yesterday if you have a time machine. I mean, that's kind of a joke,
Yeah, exactly.
but you get what I mean.
Yeah, because like I think I ended up just putting it off for so long. Because like even when I was a kid, I wanted to make YouTube videos. Didn't want to do it because I was like, oh no, I'm too self-conscious about my voice, and I'm a kid. Nobody wants to see a kid do anything online. Everyone will hate me. So then I put it off until like I think it was like 2016. That's when I created my first YouTube channel. And that was actually just like a Rockstar editor, director mode, just making some little GTA 5 compilation videos of just me running people over in my car. So I was doing that for maybe a few months. I got my magnum opus video that then got recognized by one of my friends at school. So I created a video called Bigfoot Seizure. And that was just like a weird glitch where in director mode, I was in like the Bigfoot costume. And like I teleported out of the water, and like when you're in the water in the rapids section, you end up just doing like a little animation where you're like flailing around. I managed to like teleport out because I had like a mod menu or something, and Bigfoot was just flailing around. So I was like, oh my god, Bigfoot's having a seizure. I've got some great content. This is going to go viral. It got like 100 views. I was like, oh my god, guys, I'm famous. When I came into school the next day, so that I've created the greatest video known to man, and that's what started me off with YouTube. And then I was just basically making a few kind of meme-based videos for like the next couple of years, alongside a channel that was called Giant Asian Sticker, which was part of the Mr. Beast channel back in, I think, 2017. And so that was kind of just a fan-made channel made by my friend at school who used to watch Mr. Beast back when he was at maybe 50,000 subscribers or something like that. So basically we just did like this kind of fake feud between each other, created like this fake beef. And that was the first channel. It then eventually, I just kind of stopped making videos on that because I guess I grew tired of it. There's a few older channels that I have as well, but it's not really much to yap about to do with that.
Yeah, like...
And obviously it's now...
Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself,
it's okay.
but I get it. Like, sometimes you make a video, and you're just like, that wasn't it, man. And you kind of get bored of it. And then eventually you're like, I'm going to try something else. And that's one of the great things with just the internet in general is you don't always have to stick to one thing. Sometimes You're like, I wanna make a Minecraft video, and then you're like, you know what, that was boring. I'm gonna go make a GTA 5 video. Oh, that was boring. You know what? I think I'm gonna make a video where I go skateboarding in the park. I didn't like that either. That's the beauty of the internet, is you can just go out and just make something. It might not get a bajillion views, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's really all about just like, do you enjoy it? Like that's the main thing with creating shit on the internet. Because I feel like so many people just go into it with the idea of, I'm going to make something, I'm going to become big and successful, which I think everyone does, especially if you're younger. Like when I was a kid, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to become the next big YouTuber. I'm going to be the next H3H3 Productions. Rest in peace. Like, oh my God, what's happened with like commentary YouTube in the past few years?
I have no
and definitely,
idea.
well, I mean, there's a bunch of like massive dramas and everything. I tend to like try to stay clear of drama currently. So, but yeah, that's what's happened there. But I think like the main thing is just as long as you enjoy doing what you create, that's the main thing. And then if you do start making money from it, that's great. But I think the last thing I want is just for YouTube to become another job to me. Because like I already have a job. I don't want to do two jobs at once.
I think one of the problems, like most recently, is with the I'm not trying to say it's entirely TikTok's fault, but I know that TikTok gives everybody that 15 minutes of fame, and they come over to YouTube thinking that they're going to get that, but not everybody's going to get that 15 minutes of fame that they're looking for. Just because you got your 15 minutes of fame over there doesn't mean you get your 15 minutes of fame over here. And not everybody understands that. Just because your funny Minecraft video got a bajillion views over there doesn't mean it's gonna get a bajillion views over here, and it discourages people. And that's the thing, is sometimes you're gonna fall and you gotta get back up. And a great example is, unfortunately, my channel is, I've been doing this for 18 years and I'm still going just because I'm still having fun, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's the main thing. As long as you're having fun creating, I think like you can't really go wrong, because even if you're getting no views on content or less views than before, then like it doesn't really matter.
I think
As
also
long as
another
you are
thing is
enjoying
people
it.
don't understand, like, how many people, like, how many views is like a view. Like, you got to keep in mind, like one view is like, hey, that's still one person that watched your video. Like 10 views is like, that's like a small room of people. 100 views is like a movie theater full of people. 1,000 views is like a small, like one of like a lecture hall of people. And like 50,000 is like a stadium of people. And people don't understand that. They can't really wrap their head around how many people have seen that video, you know?
Yeah, I try not to think about that too much. I feel like that would definitely make me nervous if I thought about the amount of people that are actually just watching my content, especially like on a daily basis. The fact that there's pretty much at all times constantly someone watching one of my videos at some point. Like there's over 24 hours of people just watching my content every single day. And
I
I
know
find that
you.
kind of scary when you think about it in that sense. But like I prefer not to think of the stress.
I know you probably look at that little graph too on the YouTube studio, and you're like, that
Oh my God, it's so addictive.
that 60-minute window, you're like, huh, somebody's watching that video right now. All right.
Yeah, like I remember at one point I think it was getting around like 250 views every minute. I was like, oh my God, like 250 people every single minute are being like clicking on this, being subjected to my video. What have I done to the world? But then I think about all the other shit that's being put out on the internet. I'm like, oh, actually, it's not too bad. Maybe I'm
I know
doing something good for
this
the
is a
world.
little unprofessional. I'm pulling up your channel right now. I should have had it up already. But let me see.
Can't
One,
believe it. You
two,
should have been
three,
staring
four,
at it
five, six,
24/7.
7. You have 7 videos on your channel. I know it says 112 for some
Yeah,
reason.
that's a glitch with the YouTube voice reply. So that was a new comment feature
Yeah.
where you could
Yeah.
essentially reply to people's comments with your voice, do a little voice reply, cheeky little voice reply. And what it essentially did was added them like in your analytics and in your content section. So I'd be looking at my analytics going like, what the hell is this? It said voice reply 27. And this is basically calling me out going like, can't believe that you've done like 100 voice replies. So now basically it's just publicly available that I do way too many voice replies. And the thing is, I don't want to delete them because people seem to like the voice replies. I've had people like come back to the voice replies like a month later going like, oh, I love your voice replies, please don't stop doing them. But YouTube took the feature away from me. I think I broke their feature. And they was like, well, take it away from her. She broke it.
They keep telling me to use it.
It's not my fault. You gave it to me.
They keep telling me to use it. I'm like, I'm not going to use it. I saw what it did to YapEmporium. Like, I already have 400 videos. So I'm like, I don't want you to add to my number count.
Yeah, it's ruined me. People are going to think that I've been like view bossing or something like, behind the scenes.
I'm probably showing some B-roll footage and you're probably like, Watersurf, why are you talking about this person that only has 7 videos on their channel? And like, going to their shorts, they have 4 shorts as well, and you're like, so they have a total of 11 videos. Why are you talking about this person? Well, here's the thing, random YouTube viewer that's watching this or listening to this podcast episode. I'm going to move into the next segment of this video, which is YapEmporium has a little video that you might have saw that has 1.5 million views, and no, I did not inspect element that. So that's what I wanted to talk about next is we've both had our fair share of videos blowing up in the algorithm, but you in particular had one like mega blow up, like 1.5 million is nothing to sneeze at, and that's what I wanted to talk about. Like, I can imagine, because that's like my total view count, like of all my videos combined, but that's just one of your videos. And how did it feel having a video like that going viral?
It was completely surreal, I think is one way to put it. So
especially
kind of to put it into
being
context.
Your third video.
It's my third ever video that I had made. So I made the first video in late June or late July, I can't remember exactly. I think it was late June. And that video got around 150 views. I remember making that video and just being like absolutely over the moon because most of my videos before that, basically, like on my old channel, basically got maybe like 10, 15
I think
views
I remember seeing
so I was just thinking,
in my recommended.
yes, I'm so
actually.
yeah. So I felt so popular with like 150 views. I was so happy about that. I was like, the YouTube algorithm, it gave me a chance. People actually watched my videos. I even got 2 comments. So I was absolutely ecstatic over that. Made my second video, which was getting drunk in Planet Coaster, building a theme park while drunk, and that got like 10 views. I think it got blacklisted because it had the word drunk in it, something like that. I'm not really sure. Maybe gaming is more competitive or something. And like I was a bit sad about that, but I was still happy. I was like, 10 people watched my video. I'm happy about that. And then obviously it got to the 1.5 million view video. At first, in the first 24 hours, like I won't pull up my video, but I think it got like 48 views, 47 views, something like that in the first 24 hours. So once again, I was pretty happy with myself. I was like, 40 views, amazing, love that. And over the next couple of days, so I changed the thumbnail because I didn't like what it was originally. And after I changed it, the click-through rate, suddenly it spiked up from, I think around 2.3% to well over 10%, so like 12, 13% CTR. And the average view duration was also spiking up, and I just used the new A/B testing feature with the thumbnail as well. So I had like 2 separate thumbnails that I was testing out, and one of them had almost 70% watch time compared to the 38% watch time on the other thumbnail. So I wasn't really sure if that had anything to do with it, but I woke up the next day and it had something like 2,800 views. And the weirdest thing was I had a dream the night before that I woke up and it had 1,000 views. So I was just thinking that I'm going to wake up, it's going to have like 2 views. It's going to be fine. Woke up, I had 3,000 views. So I was already over the moon, like telling my family. I came downstairs, I was like showing my parents and my brother, like, oh my goodness, look at this. My video has 3,000 views. Isn't this amazing? And there's like 10 people who commented on my video. And then over the next 24 hours, it gained over 100,000 views and it's continued going up and up. And then from from there, I think I gained 1,000 subscribers in a single day. And that was also just completely crazy because I didn't expect it even in a year, maybe 2 years, 3 years to get to 1,000 subscribers. I only ever did this as a hobby. I'd worked on the roller coaster world video for ages because I wanted it to be kind of as perfect as possible. I'm definitely a perfectionist at heart. So like whenever I make any of my videos, that's why it takes so long. It's not because they're particularly good videos. It's more so because I'm always very much focusing on making the best video that I can make. And sometimes I'll go back and be like, oh, I hate that section. I'm going to remake it again. Or like, all right, I need to move these two scenes around because I don't like how it's paced. And yeah, I'm too much of a perfectionist when it comes to my videos a lot of the time. So I've been trying to like reduce that. But it just kind of ended up growing and growing until I got to around 37,000 subscribers. And that's when it got to the point where I ended up getting plagiarized.
Oh, hell
which
yeah.
was fun.
So I just want to rewind a little bit. You mentioned the YouTube and A/B testing feature, and I want to say that to anybody that does not use that feature, I will say that you are shooting yourself in the foot. And I know that sounds like, oh, Watersurf, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. I actually had a video experience the same thing while using it. One of my videos that was in the right place at the right time. I want to say it was like June-ish of 2024. I made a video dunking on Adobe, saying Adobe sucks. You need to ditch them. And basically, I had three thumbnails of Adobe, but the one that was the most popular was basically all the Adobe software in the toilet, and basically. That was the thumbnail that everybody liked, and it got 17,000 views in like 24 hours. I was just like, what? So
yeah, that's the content that people like, shitting on Adobe. It's amazing.
But I just happened, but it wasn't like one of my best video essays ever. But it's number 5 on my channel now, so obviously I did something right.
Yeah, it's all about just getting people to click, getting people to watch through. Like a lot of it is about. Like, the way that I script my videos is kind of just keep them watching till the end. Keep, like, the most juicy bit until the end of the video, which I kind of messed up with the roller coaster world video. But the thing is that you don't want to, like, drag them along too much. You kind of want to pace it in a way that, like, you give them the juicy stuff, but you give them, like, a few little juicy nuggets of information along the way just to keep them entertained, you know, like, keep them watching. You want to keep that watch time up.
But I will say that was the video that finally got me to get a teleprompter, because I had some people in a video where I was dunking on YouTube Shorts the month prior was like, hey, you should get a teleprompter. I'm like, you guys don't know what you're talking about. So I set up a janky like laptop in the corner, and I was reading off that but not looking at the camera. And then when I had like 20 people say get a teleprompter, I'm like, okay, I will, geez. But
yeah, I'm thinking about maybe in the future filming myself for videos and getting a teleprompter. I feel like it would force me to do my takes in one take rather than like 20 takes.
It helps
which
out.
I think is like one of the main reasons why people always think that I'm AI is probably because of the amount of takes that I do for my stuff. Because the thing is, I feel like I talk really quickly normally, so I had to like force myself to speak slower a lot of the time.
It helps out a lot if
doing my
you
narration.
are doing these video essay formats, but if you're doing like sketch comedy or like scripted content where you're like acting out stuff, you don't really need a teleprompter. So I go back and forth between the two. So, but we'll go ahead and go back to I was going on a side tangent because of the whole A/B testing, but we'll go back to the plagiarism. Somebody plagiarized you, and it was a Roblox YouTuber, and I do not let that stand because I am a Roblox YouTuber myself. Not really anymore, but you get the whole point.
Yeah. So essentially what happened was, I think it was around the end of November. I was just minding my own business. I think I was actually at work at the time. And I ended up getting a notification on my phone, like just as I got home from work, saying, YouTuber @Flush has mentioned you in their video description. So I was thinking, like, I saw the thumbnail. I mistook it as my own thumbnail. I was like, what? Like, I'm confused. That's my video. And then when I clicked on it, I was like, wait a minute, this isn't my video. Started watching through it. I was kind of like, oh, this is really cool. Someone was inspired by my content. This is actually really like entertaining. This is interesting. And then the first 20 seconds goes by, which was like relatively unique. I mean, it was a bit generic, but whatever. I was still just kind of happy that someone had been inspired by my video. I was like, I'm a shit YouTuber. Like, who the hell's inspired by me? And then it gets to the point where I'm just like, wait a minute, this seems a little familiar, you know? This seems very similar to my video. It, like, as in very, very similar, as in the script is exactly the same as my video, similar. And as the video goes on, I'm kind of like, well, I mean, there's a few sections that are unique. Like, it's still very similar, but it's normal for people to talk about the same points in a video that has not too much to talk about, you know? And so, like, I'm kind of like, it's fine. But then I noticed more and more, like, wait a minute, he's not talking about, like, this one thing that I managed to miss out in my video that I was thinking, oh, maybe he'll talk about this thing that I managed to forget to talk about, which is the NPC dialogue, where, like, you'll speak to them. I was thinking, oh, he hasn't done like any of his own research, because I feel like if he had, he would have noticed the mistake that I made with my video that I'm still really annoyed about, because it's really interesting. The point about NPC dialogue where they'll be like talking to you going like, where's mummy gone? And it'll be like, mummy doesn't exist. It's like this really creepy shit that like I'm really annoyed that I missed out on my video. And he didn't include that. And then I got to the section with the Japanese village, which for any viewers who haven't seen my video, I make a reference to the static PNG people, saying that they are very lifeless. And it reminded me, and this is a very personal anecdote, it's like a video that I'd watched years ago about a village in Japan, which is filled with life-size dolls in order to make the town feel kind of like less abandoned and less alone, because most people had moved to other cities, other towns, because there's not very many opportunities for work and anything else, etc. And a lot of the older population have either retired or passed away, and that's like a problem in Japan with aging population and everything. So I found that really interesting, thought that it would be kind of an interesting point to bring up in my video, and therefore made that point. And then Flush decides to take this exact same points in his video, pretty much bar for bar, word for word, but in a shitter way, which was very, very interesting to see. And I was howling laughing when I saw this section. It was really funny to me that someone had just so blatantly and like so stupidly taken it. The fact that he didn't understand the source material to the point where he didn't even get the name of the game right. I mean, if you're going to steal from me, at least get that correct. And so like over, like pretty much immediately, I got annoyed about it. So I left a comment. He hides the comment pretty much immediately. So I get annoyed. I make a video on my second channel, basically just dunking on Flush and how like shittily researched and awful this video is, and the fact that he's plagiarized it. It doesn't really go anywhere. I think it got a few thousand views. It wasn't too many. I didn't really think it would go anywhere. I think I made a video on TikTok as well. And then like a couple of weeks later, I was like, you know what? Like, he hasn't even responded. I'm really pissed off. I'm going to make a short as well. So I make a YouTube short complaining about the situation. Don't think much of it. In fact, it creates like an argument in the comments between two people. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this drama. I don't want this to be a drama channel. So I unlist and private the video. What I didn't know is that by that point, someone in the Ginger Jacks Films Discord server had already saved that information. And somehow the thumbnail of the video, Jack's Films had managed to like save a copy of the thumbnail, and the thumbnail had both the name of my channel and the name of Flush's video. So you managed to find it literally just based on this screenshot, which I find really weird, because like literally if that automated thumbnail had been something slightly different, he wouldn't have been able to find the video that had been plagiarized. So it could have been very different if that hadn't have happened. And so after that, the Jojo Jack's Films video comes out. I ended up getting a comment from someone just saying, oh, I came here from Jack's Films. I thought they just misspelled something. I was like, Jack's Films? I don't know. You can probably look through it. It was on the Parksec video. And if you scroll through the comments, you'll probably be able to find it somewhere. But I was, and like, Jack's Films, immediately typed in Jack's Films, found the video, and I'm like, oh my God, he's just made a video. So at this point, I'm shaking, because I've been watching Jack's Films videos for years at this point. Like, I've been watching him since, I think probably, like, on and off, especially during 2017, 2018, when he was doing, like, the Emoji Movie and, like, loads of different things. I especially love the Emoji Movie, because I think I went from watching I Hate Everything, and I got recommended Jack's Films stuff, and my brother was showing it to me as well, so love a bit of Jack's Films. It's my guilty pleasure. I love watching some Jack's Films content. I know, he's so lovely, isn't he? And So I watched that video. That was very surreal. Like, it was actually a moment where my parents were watching a movie downstairs. It was near Christmas. They're watching a Christmas movie. I was like, Mum, Dad, look. It's a Jax Films video. Like, who's Jax Films? I'm like, he made a video on me. I was like, she's shaking. And then I was like, oh, yeah, let's watch it together then. Showed it to them. I was like completely disinterested. I'm like, wow, it's amazing. Look at this. I'm so excited. And so I'm like absolutely dying at this point. Like all the comments on that video are also hilarious, and all the comments that were left under Flush's video also very creative, very funny. Like I don't condone harassment, but those comments were quite funny. I did enjoy a couple of those.
I think he ended up unlisting or privating his video too. So
yeah, in the end, Flush, instead of confronting the situation, because the thing is, I would have respected Flush if he just said, you know what, like I have a very busy schedule, I got stressed, or like one of my team members, they just took some of the information. Like, oh, he could have literally just thrown one of his team members under the bus. That's what most YouTubers do.
He don't have a team.
One of my unpaid interns, they came on in.
No, he has a whole team. He has a whole team to make shit for him. Yeah,
he's that lazy.
Like, that's what I would have done if I was like some big sloppy YouTuber. Like, here's some advice for any plagiarists in the future. If you're gonna plagiarize, what you do is you go,
oh no, what a shame. I plagiarized.
But don't worry, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was one of my unpaid interns. I'm so sorry. It was one of my unpaid interns that accidentally pasted the entirety of YapEmporium script into my script. I'm so sorry. It won't happen again. I know it happened 5 other times, but don't worry, it won't happen again. There you go. Top tip. It's what James Summerton did. You can do that in the future. For free. I'm giving you that info 100%.
That's for you listening right now.
You can slip me 100 on the side if you want.
I'll
give you my PayPal
feature
details.
on YouTube. You just
DM me on Instagram.
Or just go to what do you don't you have a Ko-fi or whatever it's called? There you go.
I do have a Ko-fi, but like yeah.
That way you don't have to give YouTube any money.
Just make it anonymous, yeah. Make it anonymous, yeah. Pay me for my tips. More top tips on plagiarism coming soon.
And then you also had that Russian guy steal your video too.
Yeah, so that was actually before the Flash video, but I didn't notice it until the YouTube auto dub feature came in. And so I clicked on my video just to read a few more comments. And I just noticed in the suggested feed, this Russian video. I was like, oh, another Roller Coaster World video. I love watching another video on like the same subject. It's awesome. I love learning more about the game because, I might have missed something interesting to watch. Clicks on it. Oh shit, this is literally my exact script. Like, it's even worse than the Flash video in terms of just direct plagiarism from me, down to even like some of the jokes. The only thing that was really changed is that like a few of the jokes were changed up to like some shitty gifs and then like the world's shittest joke. I mean, they weren't awful. Like, I will give him some credit. They weren't completely terrible. And I do get that in Russia they don't get AdSense, so he had a sponsorship deal as for like a terrible VPN company in the middle of his stolen content video. So I mean,
hey, that guy worked really hard to steal your videos. So hey, he's got to make some money somehow, man.
Exactly, he had to steal his content somehow. So I watched that, decided, you know what, like, I need to call this shit out because it just happens far too much on the internet. And so I called out. I think I put it in the Jax Films chat just kind of as a joke. I specifically was like, by the way, Jax Films, don't make a video on this. Like, I don't want any more videos or anything. But then he ended up doing it anyway. So I'm very thankful for that. That was very lovely of him.
Little side tangent.
It was quite funny.
Sometimes he goes down rabbit holes, and if he catches on to something, he'll just tunnel vision, and he probably saw that, and he's just like, "Well, I gotta make a video on this." It's like, no, you were working on the Boca Boys thing. Focus on the Boca Boys thing.
It's kind of what I do, to be honest. Like, it's the reason why half my shit doesn't come out in time, because I start working on some random thing that never even sees the light of day in the end. Because I'm like, well, I don't really like it anymore. I'm not very interested in what I'm making anymore. So I just move on to the next project, even though it's half finished. I'm like, whatever. I'll finish making it in like a year or something.
I mean, I get it.
And then by the time I do end up getting to it, I'm like, well, I mean, it's so like outdated by this point. I don't really want to make it anymore. Ends up getting scrapped. That's what happens.
I don't
half the
usually
time.
scrap projects. What I do is I shelf them and I come back to them eventually.
Yeah, I'm too much of a perfectionist. I'll be like, well, my voice sounded slightly different in this one, so I might as well scrap it. And
I think I
don't
did come back to
really
a
put it anywhere.
project 4 years later.
Yeah.
That's the longest something ever got shelved. But anyway, there's one more thing about the virality thing. And I think it's something we can both relate to, and any creator that had something even go semi-viral is just the hardest thing to do when something goes viral is following it up. And like do I make a sequel to this? Like do I like try to follow a formula of how this of like how do I make this into a formula? Do like what do I do? Like how do I follow this up? And I think that's like one of the hardest things to do after something goes viral. And like I'm kind of looking at your channel too, is like your Smiler video, like that has 100K views or something. But then the other ones kind of just trickle down, and it's just like you can kind of like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, when I was making the Smiler videos, to be honest, I wasn't really focusing too much on like this video has to get loads of views. I was kind of just like, well, I wanted to make the Smiler video. I think at the time the main thing I was focusing on was kind of balancing the fact that the Smiler is it's a tragedy, you know.
Yeah,
so I was kind
I
of
heard
like,
about
how do I
it
balance
even over
my
here.
humor with like balancing a tragedy and trying to keep it as kind of balanced as possible and respectful as possible. So I wasn't really thinking like, how many views can this video get? I was more so just thinking, how can I keep that video as respectful as possible while making it informative, but also in my style. So like also having some humor spliced in, but then trying to keep it very separate from the incident as well. And I think I did it in a relatively decent way. But like, I think if I'd tried to make that video maxed out to try to get the most views out of it, I would have felt a bit dirty doing that. So for that video particularly, I wasn't really worried about views. I remember for the Laughing Man video as well, that I wasn't really too worried either. I was more focused on getting it as accurate as possible because I was working with like an expert in the field. So I was just thinking like, I need to make this video as accurate as possible, try to get as much information while also making it entertaining. So I mean, like it's understandable when you make a video that's more kind of based in reality compared to a video game, it's not going to do as well. And it's the same with just like my gameplay video as well, like the Parkitect one. That was actually meant to go on the second channel originally, but I accidentally uploaded it to the main channel to kind of give you an idea of how amazing I am at managing my channels. I'm terrible with technology.
That's why I just have one channel.
Yeah.
Don't want to make that
but yeah,
mistake.
so I managed to upload it to the wrong channel. I mean, it doesn't really matter too much. It was funny to do anyway. I didn't. But yeah, I knew that probably wouldn't do as well in the algorithm because you can actually look at your statistics and see what your audience is watching. And the majority of my audience subscribe for the Roller Coaster World video. So what they enjoy is kind of video game essays. So I knew that this content wasn't going to do as well. So I try not to stress myself out too much about it. But I think for my next video that I'm currently working on, the game called Dog's Life, which was made by the same developers who made Roller Coaster Tycoon World, nearly pulled a flush there by getting the name of the game wrong, and also Planet Coaster. Like I feel with this one, I'm more worried about like how well is it going to do in terms of views, because I'm no longer getting views from the Roller Coaster World video as much as it was before. It's now only maybe doing 400 views a day, which is still a lot of views, but it's now getting to the point where I'm losing subscribers. But I mean, that's not really too much of a big deal. It does get stressful at times where you're kind of worried about how many subscribers you might lose. You're like, oh my God, I'm going to go down to zero. And you're like, no, realistically, some of my subscribers are dead, so not everyone can unsubscribe it. It's a bit morbid, but you know, I can't lose all of them. And also that's kind of natural because so many people joined from the drama, especially when there was a YouTube Shorts creator that created a video based on the whole drama called Just Say Steven. So he created quite a kind of like detailed video based on a drama that got over 2 million views. So like obviously I gained almost 10,000 subscribers in a single day just off of that video alone. So I think it's very normal to lose some subscribers from that. But yeah, I think the main thing is, as long as you're just focusing on it as a hobby, it's not too bad. But I do definitely struggle with kind of like how many views this is going to get. I stare at the analytics, especially when it first releases. But like, especially with the roller coaster world video, I was staring at that for weeks and weeks. Even now, I still look at it like once a day, just staring at the analytics, which is really unhealthy. I know I shouldn't, but yeah.
I know I say this to people, and I'm being a little hypocritical here, but I do also look at my statistics, and I know I shouldn't, but I do. Obviously, we're all human, but like, I don't really say like, oh, this video was successful or this video failed. I'm like, if a video on my channel gets at least 10 views, I'm like, hey, at least 10 people watched it, which on average, my videos usually get at least 10 views. And I know it's crazy.
It's kind of crazy
with
how
9,000 subscribers. You know?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I've kind of got to the point where I was like, as long as my video gets 10,000 views, I'll be happy, which is like, it's kind of a bit stupid because it always kind of goes in steps, doesn't it? Because like when you first start, you're happy if you get like 100 views. And then as soon as you see success and you see how high the views can go, and then the second that you release a video, even when it got 100,000 views with the Smiler video, I was like, well, that's only like a tenth of what my Roller Coaster World video got. So you're kind of like, even though 100,000 views is absolutely massive, like astronomical amounts of views, you're still looking at it going like, yeah, but it's not a million, is it? Like, it's not 10 million views. I wanted 10 million.
But I still value, at the end of the day, I'm like, did people watch the video all the way through? You know?
Yeah.
That's more
exactly like
that's more important to me.
I'm just kind of like, are people liking it? Are people actually enjoying the video? Because like, if I got 10 million views, but like all of the comments were just like, this person sucks, I fucking hate this video, I'd be miserable. I would hate doing that. I mean, imagine being like a commentary YouTuber, the amount of hate comments that you get from that. I mean, I get enough hate comments, and all I do is random video game essays. I still get random hate comments from people.
I don't get hate comments
weird.
that often, but when I do, I'm just like, ooh, let's read this one.
Yeah, I feel like hate comments are kind of like rarer than
I used to get
expected,
them like a
but
decade
when you
ago, but they've slowed down.
Yeah. I feel like when you get a really popular video, eventually the algorithm kind of like takes a corner down like a dark alley or something. And that's the point where it's just like, oh shit, there's no turning back. Because there was a section, I think like a day after I released the Roller Coaster World video, where it's got sent down this dark alleyway into just a dark, dank, disgusting shithole filled with incels and misogynists. So it's just, I just had constant comments from a bunch of people who somehow worked out that I'm trans. For any of the audience members who don't know, I'm a trans woman. So I had a bunch of random people being like, oh, you're a disgusting trans person, or just like random comments like that because they watched my first video and worked out that I'm trans. So it's like, okay, cool. Like those comments didn't bother me because it's like, I can't change that about myself. Like why are you even bothering to make a comment about that? I don't really care too much. I find it quite entertaining. And then like, of course it did kind of hurt at first, but like after chatting with some people about it, yeah, no, it doesn't really bother me anymore. And then you get the other ones, which are really entertaining, which is ones that I sometimes include on my third channel. Oh yeah, I never even talked about how many channels I have. I have 3 separate channels. I have the main channel, YapEmporium. I have the second one, which is Yap Bargain Bin. But do not worry, that you have the best bargains here. It's the best content. You better subscribe. If you're not subscribed, better do it right now. And then there's Yap Floor Scrapings. And that's the third channel where I just post like outtakes, pretty much whatever I want to.
You scrape from the bottom of the barrel. You're like,
it'll
go here.
Scrapes from the floor. It's kind of, I just imagine, like a deep fat fryer cleaning it after like a decade, scraping it off the bottom. It's just like it's the seabed.
Yeah, but
seabed.
I understand the bad comments. I had one of my videos over a decade ago now get freebooted. And it made its way to 4chan, and you can imagine those comments. Those are fun.
Yeah, that must be really miserable, especially 4chan.
And they were so vicious that when I had a good year and a half where my videos were getting dislike bombed, and I was also starting to stream on Twitch, and they were de-doxing me when I would go live on Twitch, and that was a miserable time making content. But I still pursued. Oh, it was awful.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely horrible. Just like it's really baffling the amount of people on the internet that just have so little of a life that
But
they're just like, yes.
do you know what's funny?
What I'm going to do today is bully someone on the internet
you know
to the
what's
point
funny,
where I'm DDoSing them. It's so fucking embarrassing.
It's funny that some of them have come back like literally recently, and they're like, "Oh, I remember you from that one video like 10 years ago. Like I'm sorry for bullying you. Like that wasn't cool of me." I'm like, "You know what? Water under the bridge, man. I don't care. It made me stronger in the end."
I feel like that's something that they must just like lay awake at night thinking about. And
Like
oh,
it bothered if it bothered you, it
person.
wasn't bothering me.
Yeah, I mean that's good for you, because I would have been fucking devastated by that. Especially even if it happened now, I'd be like, fucking hell, like these people are fucking miserable. Like, why the fuck are people doing this to me? But yeah, I mean, I've been lucky enough to not have that happen. I use a VPN and all that good stuff, so hopefully I'm fine. I've even got the curtains closed behind me if I do end up using video. People can't dox me now. Actually, maybe cut that out. Don't make it a challenge.
But we'll go ahead and move on to. I guess you kind of talked about your dog's life video, but is there any other future content you want to make? Like, do you only want to make? Sorry, hold on. Do you only want to make like theme park content, or do you want to branch out to other video game content, or do you like want to cover like do you want to cover movies, or do you want to like go out and film stuff in the real world and talk about like abandoned places, or do you want to, I don't know, just throwing some random things out there?
Yeah, I don't want to box myself in. Like, I don't want to just keep to theme parks, but like I do find theme parks interesting. So pretty much anything that I find interesting will end up on my channel, and anything that I feel that my audience will find interesting as well. But for the most part, it's just me. It's all about me. I'm a very what's the word? Selfish. I just want to make whatever I find interesting. I feel like that's the best way to go about it. Just do it as a hobby. Do what I enjoy doing. So currently, what I'm making is very much a documentary. So it's about like a very obscure theme park ride from, I think it's in the late 1980s, early 90s, and it was supposed to go in like a shopping mall in Sheffield. And so I've now flown up all the way to Scotland. I had a friend who was in Sheffield, so I got him to like film the shopping centre, and that was supposed to go in. I'm also going to be hopefully going to London, doing another interview with another person, because it's just parts of this old ride that was kind of creepy, but also just a passion project from dozens and dozens of artists to make this really interesting ride. And there's basically no videos online about it, other than this really old documentary from the 1990s that was talking about it. I was just thinking, well, I want to find out more about what do the people think about it now, because there's people being disappointed by the project getting cancelled last minute. So like a lot of it was built, but it was never actually it was never actually installed because it was cancelled at the very last minute. It was really interesting going up to Scotland, talking to a museum curator for Automata. So it's like an automata museum. If you don't know what Automata is, it's basically like an animatronic, essentially.
I watched the
like
Defunct Land documentary. I know what it is.
But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm working on currently, which is partly why the Dog's Life video is taking so long, partly just down to procrastination. I procrastinate a lot. I watch way too much YouTube. I think it's mainly just down to me being a perfectionist. I really want to make the video as perfect as possible. So if I'm not feeling like perfectly up for making something, I'm going to be just not feeling like I want to make the video, not wanting to work on the video that day. But I feel like I'm getting better and better at it the more I actually work on stuff. But I feel like it's a lot of pressure when I've grown so quickly. It's stressful. I was even stressed when I had 10 subscribers. So I mean, fucking hell, I now have like, was it like 62,000 subscribers, something like that?
You're at 63K from what I can see.
Oh my god, I missed out on 1,000. But yeah, I've grown so fast. It's kind of stressful because a lot of the time I'm just like, well, all these people are just like, they don't actually care about me. They just came for the drama. It's like when I made the Roller Coaster World video, it was always, oh, well, they don't actually care about me or my content. They just care about the fact that I told them to subscribe in the first 10 seconds of the video. But yes, I'm always like downplaying myself. I feel like I need to build myself up more in the future.
You gotta do what I do. And I actually filmed a sketch the other day that I was originally going to put up next Friday, but I'm going to push it to the end of the month and put this little podcast up instead. But I filmed this little sketch where I say, you better unsubscribe because I'm tired of y'all subscribing to me. You gotta make one of those videos and see if
no.
people.
I feel like so many people would unsubscribe from that.
No, it's reverse
Like, people would
psychology.
just be like, "Who is
It's
this
reverse
person?"
psychology. They'll subscribe to you.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how well that would go down with my audience. They probably just be like, okay, yeah, I'll unsubscribe. Just like, yeah, sure. I don't care.
No, actually,
I'll do whatever Yap says. Please don't turn me into a meat cube.
it's a joke.
They're gonna think that I'm gonna hide them in a theme park or something.
Actually, when I was
trap
done
them in
with
the haunted
my,
house.
done,
It's like, well, I'm gonna do whatever you say. Like I don't want to be trapped in that
okay, man.
horrifying little corridor maze of spooky ghosts.
I don't want to be locked in
I don't
that
want to be turned into a meat cube in
theme
Dog's
park
life.
ride you start talking about. Actually, when I was done with my cast member podcast, I was like, hey, this is the last episode, and if this was the only thing you subscribed for, you guys should unsubscribe. And then I lost like 50 subscribers. I was like, at least you guys respected me enough to actually listen to me. Like, I prefer people that actually unsubscribe when I say, do it, please.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
But that's just me. And I know you say you're not gonna do theme park attractions, or theme park content all the time. I cannot speak. I know you said you're not gonna do theme park content all the time, but do you like theme parks?
I love theme parks. I'm constantly going to theme parks.
And
so obviously the main thing I love is
hold
roller coasters.
that
Anything
thought.
to do with. Oh, okay.
We have a bunch of viewer submitted questions that are talking about theme parks, and sorry for that random cut. We're back, and we're talking about the theme parks, or amusement parks, or whatever you want to call them. I don't know if they're called anything else, but those are the two things that I know they're called. Do you think they're called anything else?
Probably some other ones. Like a fairground, I don't know, but that's more of like a...
Yeah, I guess fairground.
One that travels, I suppose.
Or traveling death parks.
Oh my god, yeah, those ones are like so horrible. Have you heard about like all of the incidents that have happened on those fairground rides? The ones that travel around, like we just end up just like missing a bolt. Like, oh, whatever, we lost the bolt. I'm sure that bolt isn't fine. It's just like the singular load-bearing bolt that causes it just to self-destruct and kill everyone. Like the amount of times that's happened, I don't trust those traveling fairs at all. They're just gonna kill everyone.
The one that comes
like that, they are honestly so bad. I think the worst one is like, it's called like the Zipper. It's not in the UK, but they're everywhere in America.
Yeah, I know.
And like these early versions of them just had this latch, which was like completely unredundant. It's like the door was also the restraint, and it actually just had this singular latch. So just have like this tiny little latch. That'll save them. That'll be fine.
Teenager
and then they snapped off.
It's just like,
and then people just go flying out and die. Just trust like the unemployed teenager who's just been employed about a week ago, never had any safety training. Just trust them with the safety critical job. Give them any training? No. Just give them a free corn dog at the end of the shift.
Hey,
that will incentivize them to safety.
Okay, side tangent real quick. I'm pretty sure you know this, but I used to work at Disneyland, one of the busiest theme parks in the world, obviously. And do you know what?
I'm sure their safety is very strict.
One of the executives told our union board? They said, that attractions cast members were just overpaid carnival workers.
That sounds like something that one of our CEOs said. I'm not going to say what it is, because I'll probably tell people what company I work for, because I think it made the news, but I'm not sure. But
do you know how offensive that is?
It was very similar. It was very, very similar. It was incredibly similar to what they said, just about a cabin crew instead.
Overpaid carnival workers to their attractions cast members.
I think they ended up calling us like minions, and it's like, oh yeah, they're just minions. They also called us like cost buckets.
Well, jokes on that executive. I think they get paid $25 an hour now.
Oh no! Did they get the company healthcare cut off as well?
Nope.
So
they got to keep
your punishment.
Everything.
Mickey Mouse ain't paying you.
That's the one
breaking
thing,
your limbs and taking your healthcare.
Is I had good healthcare when I worked there.
Yeah, American healthcare is so messed up. I remember playing Grand Theft Auto 4 back in the day, and then like I thought it was like the funniest joke when you call the ambulance and they go, have your health insurance or your credit card at the ready. I was like, oh my goodness, health insurance. I was laughing at that so hard. I was like, that's the funniest thing ever. Health insurance. How'd they come up with this funny shit?
So funny.
Until you realise that's an actual thing. And like, I've later learned that, yeah, health insurance is an actual thing in the US. You just live in some fucking dystopian hellhole.
Yeah,
that's lovely.
Yeah, you don't have to remind me.
It's not funny. It's not funny, but it's just fucking so depressing.
Anyway, theme parks. You love them, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm very good at yapping and going on a side tangent.
Hey,
oh yeah. I love theme parks. I'm constantly traveling to theme parks.
I know we have a user submitted question, but I have 4 user submitted questions that are specifically about theme parks, and I'm gonna just shove them into this right now, just so they don't feel left out, but also because they are theme park related, and I don't want them to be in the user submitted question area. 2 of them are from STR Llama and Amazing Purple Girl, and they're kind of the same thing, but why do you like roller coasters so much, and favorite roller coaster? It's kind of the same thing.
Okie dokie, yeah. So the reason why I like roller coasters so much, I think first of all is because when I was a kid, I remember going on this holiday in a place called Devon, which is in the UK, it's kind of like the place where we go on holiday. A lot of us will go on holiday down to Devon because it's near the seaside. Lots of different stuff to do there. There's this tiny little theme park called Creeley, and that was like my first ever roller coaster that I went on. And that was tiny. Like, it's actually a tiny roller coaster, but at the time it looked massive. And I just remember being so excited. Like, I was a tiny little adrenaline junkie back in the day, just staring at this. And like, that was just what kind of built my love for roller coasters, because that was the first time me feeling like ejector airtime and stuff, or at least what felt like ejector airtime. It's not a very powerful coaster, but I remember feeling like, oh my god, this is like the most intense thing ever. And I guess it's just kind of that feeling that you can't really get anywhere else except for like in these very high prices. Like a lot of other places, like if you want to go skydiving or something, that's like probably really expensive. But a theme park, you can get a entire year to a theme park, at least in the UK, for maybe like £150, which is maybe like $200. So it's nice and cheap, and you get to experience all these G-forces and everything. Also, just like the theming. I love theming when like people build like a whole story around something. I love a dark ride sometimes. And yeah, I think that's just the main thing. And also just like when you're going with friends, that's also incredibly fun. Just to be able to like make new friends, have conversations with people. It's just something that everyone is like-minded, everyone loves the same thing, and you can just have a chat about what, like, also everyone has like different opinions about every single different ride. Like one of the local theme parks is called Thought Park, and the amount of conversations that I've had with people who like roller coasters, people who don't like roller coasters, everyone always has an opinion on roller coasters, because I think it's just like a universal experience. Pretty much everyone has been on a roller coaster at some point in their life, so like, it's a good conversation starter as well. You've never been on a roller coaster?
Just messing with you.
Oh my god, I was thinking like, you work at Disney, you've never been on a roller coaster. Like, why do you work at Disney?
I went to Japan to go to theme parks. Why would I've never?
I was thinking like maybe you just enjoy the dark rides. You know, you never know.
No.
Not gonna judge. Some people don't like roller coasters.
No, I love roller coasters.
My dad used to love them, but now he's like gets motion sick whenever he goes on one, which is kind of a shame. I hope that never happens to me, because I love a roller coaster.
I go to Six Flags Magic Mountain every year. I don't have passes or anything, but I
really want to go there at some point.
I make the
really
trek
want to go
out there
to.
every
Is
year
it like
to
Tatsu or something? I want to go on Tatsu and X2.
Tatsu's overrated.
And don't say that. I mean, to be honest,
I am being
is it like
honest.
Manta in Orlando?
If it's a flying coaster, yeah,
it was quite fun.
Like
I enjoyed it. It's a really weird feeling. There's like a pretzel loop. That was a really weird feeling. That you don't really get with any other type of ride, but it's a bit uncomfortable. It's definitely a bit uncomfortable. I always get cramp in my feet doing those flying roller coasters, but I still want to do it at some point, just to kind of like experience.
I mean, it's a cool experience if you haven't been on it, but I've been on it so many times. I'm like, it's not worth the wait that it usually has. It's also what we call a weenie, since it's at like it's very close to the entrance of the park that everybody's always waiting for it.
Oh. Yeah, it's like one of those ones which everyone's like, yes, we got to get there first. It's kind of like how at Thought Park, Hyperia is the one that everyone goes to, because it's like the newest and the biggest. It's visible from the car park. Everyone's like, you got to go on Hyperia. So the queue is always like 2 hours at the beginning of the day. But if you go like at midday, that's when it's going to be really quiet. If you go right at the end of the day, it's normally like half an hour. It's nice and a quiet queue unless you're going on a really busy day.
What's your
It's-
favorite coaster?
Oh, definitely Voltron at Europa Park in Germany. I love that ride so much because it just has like this perfect mix of loads of launches. I mean, it is a little rough, which does let it down a tiny bit, but other than that, so much
Oh, yeah.
airtime.
I know which way you're talking about.
Like
That one's
a
cool.
really good amount of hang time as well. Like it's so well themed. I love the theming about like every single ride in that park.
They
It's
got rid
amazing.
of my favorite
And-
coaster, man. They said it was too dangerous and too many people apparently died on it.
Which one's that? The metal and bobsled.
Dodo Donpa at Fuji Q Highland.
Oh yeah, it like snapped someone's neck, didn't it?
Yeah.
That was kind of crazy.
I made the trek out
That
there.
wasn't that like someone trying to take a picture? Like they turn their head sideways when they're like taking a little snappy, a little.
I have no idea what happened, but we made the trek out there, and I literally paid for the skip the line pass with me and my brother, and it was super awesome. And I only got to go on it once. I'm like, that was the best roller coaster I've ever been on.
Yeah, because it's an air-powered launch, isn't it?
Yeah.
I really wanted to go on it, but I ended up taking it down, unfortunately, because of the amount of people that's got their neck kind of just snapped into.
Well,
which
they
is-
told
it's
you-
a bit unfortunate.
they
I
told
think
you to keep
they
your
should,
face
They should probably
straight.
shut
They're
it
like-
down. Yeah. I guess that's the thing. You can't really trust the general public. It's a bit unfortunate, but that's kind of just what happens. Like you kind of just need to make a ride as safe as possible for the general public, just to make sure that you don't get lawsuits. And also, it's not really a good look when your ride is damaging people's necks.
I mean,
So I can see from like a business standpoint why they got rid of it, but it is definitely disappointing.
they told it to us both in Japanese and English, so
Yeah.
but I guess Twisted Colossus is my favorite again. That one's always the
Which
best.
one is that?
Uh,
Is it an RMC? Or?
It's at Magic. It's at Magic Mountain. It's the one that used to be just. It's the one of those hybrid coasters where they redid the wooden coaster, and now it's the one with the metal on top. I'm having a hard time remembering.
Is it RMC, Rocky Mountain
Yeah.
Construction? Yeah.
I have
I think
a
I've heard of it before.
I have a picture somewhere on my Instagram /PixelFed of where I got to do a behind the scenes like walk around of it.
Oh, that's really cool.
I'll throw it up on
Yeah.
screen to
I did
show you. Because I used to do
yeah,
this
I did a
thing
walk
with-
around of like saw the ride at Thorpe Park as well. Sorry, I interrupted you. What were you
I
saying?
used to do this thing with Theme Park Review. I don't know if you know them or not. Where they had this thing called West Coast Bash, and it was like Knott's Berry Farm and Six Flags Magic Mountain. We used to do like before and after park closing, where we got to ride all the rides before and after everybody got to go into the park.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
So they just like rent out the park for a day, basically.
Yeah, it was.
It's kind of
cool,
similar
but he hasn't
to
done
like
it in a
this
long
YouTuber
time.
called Jack Silkstone, and he like every November does like a thing where he basically just rents out the biggest ride in the park and just like all of the food stalls and everything and the scare mazes, because there's scare mazes during Halloween. So he just rents all those out for like the evening. And I've never been able to go because I've always been working, but it does seem fun to do.
We got to do that also
Definitely.
one time with Cars Land for like a cast member event. And I took a picture with, what is it, Ramirez from Cars 3. And they look like an idiot.
Oh, to be honest, I always look terrible in all my photos. It doesn't matter, it's fine. Doesn't.
They literally throw us this,
I
welcome back
normally
from the
just put it on my
pandemic
friends only
party.
Instagram.
And then they worked us to the bone 70 hours a week.
Oh no. Yeah.
But, yeah.
It seemed like one of those things. I feel like if I worked in a theme park, you'd eventually hate it and just be like, oh, I never want to go back.
Oh, no,
So
I loved it.
but like, it would be fun to do for, oh, that's cool.
I loved every moment
like-
of it. I just left because childcare reasons.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like if I worked in a theme park, especially, like, it depends on the theme park, I guess. But like, definitely if I worked somewhere like Thorpe Park, it'd be something I'd want to do for maybe like a couple of days just to see what it's like. I think it would drive me insane. 'Cause it's just
couple
like
of
the
days.
same thing. It's so repetitive. It's so repetitive. I don't think I'd be able to do it. I have so much respect for ride operators, like, because they have to do that day in, day out. Like it must get frustrating as
The
well.
only
When there's like people
the only
just,
thing
like,
I will say,
trying to keep their bags on them and stuff, that would just drive me insane. Like it's annoying enough with cabin crew and bags. Like I wouldn't want to have to deal with.
I'm pretty sure you could probably figure this out, but to you and to anybody that wants to work in a theme park is repetitive motion, and you will end up damaging some of your nervous system. Like a lot of people I worked with at the monorail, they got this like tendonitis where they ended up getting this wrist pain, especially like on your right wrist because of moving the monorail's handle. I forget what the actual name was.
So you just end up getting carpal tunnel.
Yeah, carpal tunnel, tendonitis in your wrist, where basically
It's not good.
It hurts your wrist. So I have to use this fancy mouse. I'm showing my camera right now, but I switch between a Razer Vertical V2 and this. It's called an Elecom Huge Plus. I know it's a little dusty right now because I haven't been editing lately, but I switched between the two. Yeah, it's fun stuff. I switched between a vertical mouse, like ergonomic, and a trackball. Because I have wrist pain from my last job. So that's fun.
Yeah, it doesn't sound amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I come home from work with back pain from just lifting up these like giant canisters filled with like noodles and stuff.
But this
so much
isn't a
water and
depressing
loads of other
podcast.
stuff.
I'm not trying to be depressing. We're going on a side tangent.
It's
This
scared
isn't
of all
my
the
side
audience. The
tangent
audience are just like,
series. Oh, jeez.
yeah, just it's gonna be like 3 hours in. It's like where the hell are the viewer questions? Like I've been watching all this time. Where's my question at?
They're supposed to be talking about theme parks. They're talking about being old.
Carpal tunnel. Yeah, talking about being unk and auntie.
Like, I already know Watersurf's 30. God.
Yeah, I didn't know that her YapEmporium was so old. She's talking about back pain at the age of 23.
Oh, you know,
Basically in the
you know
grave.
somebody
I've got,
in a Discord
like half
server
a foot
I'm
in the grave. I'm about to trip over directly into it.
Somebody in a Discord
Sorry, what's
server
that?
I'm in, they say anybody that's above 25 or older is a fossil. So you have some time. So be careful.
Yeah, I have 2 years left. 2 years until my death.
But anyway, I have two other questions. I'm sorry for the theme park ones. Zapper on your YouTube post that you made is what started your interest in theme parks. Furthermore, I think you already answered this one, but do you specifically intend to create videos centered around theme parks or create whatever you find interesting and it happens to be theme park related most of the time? I think you answered that one already, sort of.
Yeah, I answered it earlier. So basically, what started my interest was basically riding roller coasters as a kid, going on like a few school trips where I went to theme parks and stuff. And then what I make on my channel is mainly theme park related, but I feel like I'm going to be drifting a bit more away from that after I've done a couple more videos on it. Just for a while. I think I'll still be doing theme park related content, definitely, but I do enjoy doing the video game stuff as well.
Stick to your
like,
roots.
especially during winter, because the theme parks aren't really open, so it allows me to like make some...
Oh, yeah, you guys have winter.
Yeah, make some gaming stuff as well. Yeah, because all of our rides are closed during winter. Like, we're going to get Universal in a few years, but until then,
And then
don't really have any
Demon
parks to go to.
J. All said, what initially inspired your love of theme parks? You just answered that, but I just want to make sure I'm covering all my bases. STR Llama's trying to ask 2 questions in this. I'm
Oh
not.
my goodness, going to have to pay for that. At least £25.
I had to shut someone down because they tried asking 2 questions in my server.
My neck.
I think that was all the theme park questions.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I think I got everybody. I just wanted to make sure I didn't skip anyone because someone's gonna be like, Watersurf skipped me, cancel him, and they're gonna write
angry comment.
They're gonna write a Google Doc about me how I'm a bad person.
70 pages.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh God.
I'm just kidding.
What did you do? Okay.
They made a whole video about me instead.
Seriously.
Yeah, have you not seen how I'm the worst Roblox scene of all time?
No, that sounds so entertaining.
It's
You have to
it's
show
in
it
my
to me
it's in
later.
my parasocial video where this guy was just like, "You've heard of these Robloxians and how they're cool, but not this guy. He's the worst Robloxian of all time, and I hate him, and he should die." Okay, that's the video. Bye.
I mean, there's this one video online of like the Flush and YapEmporium controversy. I think it's called like debunking the Flush myth or something like that. It's just like the sweetest kid ever, just going like, right, so here's the evidence, and then basically he's just a bit misguided, you know. It's a really sweet video, honestly. Like I have no ill will towards him. Like, to be honest, by the end of it, I was like, yeah, Flush is in the right. YapEmporium goes down. Like, you know, it was a fun little video. I enjoyed it.
You
Yeah.
can always tell when it's a kid, and you're just like, yeah, you get that. You get that flush. You get that Yap Emporium guy. You get him.
Exactly. Yeah.
I remember someone left someone had one of those videos about like Watersurf's the worst YouTuber ever, and I left a comment, I'm like, yeah, they are the worst, huh? And then they deleted their video. Sometimes you just gotta, yeah. Oh no, Discord's doing the thing again.
What thing?
Oh, you just stopped talking. I'm sorry.
I'm still here. No. I just stopped yapping for a second. Sorry. I know it's weird when I stop yapping. When I stop just like opening my mouth for 2 seconds. Like, oh my god, Discord's like the entire service is just fucking shut down. She stopped. She stopped yapping. No, I've just actually gone silent for a second.
I'm not trying to say it's Discord's fault or your fault or anything. I'm just having PTSD from my last interview where when
Yeah,
he
don't
stopped
worry,
talking,
don't worry.
I was just like, oh no.
I haven't disappeared out the call. You haven't angered me. I haven't disappeared off.
Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and just ask the last part of this question. I know you have a love of theme parks. Is there any theme parks in the world that you want to make the trek out to, like that you just haven't been to?
Yeah, there's quite a few. So I want to go to, first of all, Energylandia in Poland. That seems like a really fun one. Second one is Phantasialand in Cologne, Germany. Really want to go there. Gardaland, I think it's Gardaland. Yeah, Gardaland in Italy. There's also Mirabilandia in Italy. I think it's like Magic Land as well, something like that in Italy. There's loads, there's so many. There's such a massive list of theme parks that I want to go to. There's a whole list just on Google Maps that I have that I've created of parks that I want to go to. So many, so little time, but I get star travel with my work, so I can get pretty cheap flights to travel there when I want to go to different theme parks. Sometimes I can just do a day trip and it's like less than 100 quid for the whole day. So it's definitely worth my job.
I'm so jealous of you guys over in Europe. You guys have like all the cool theme parks. Like I don't know if you know of the YouTuber Silverette. Like he talks about how he just goes to the theme parks over there. I'm just like, oh, you guys get all the cool theme parks over there.
I feel like we have the same thing in the UK where we're jealous of the US because we're like, well, you guys get Disney, you get Universal, you get Busch Gardens. I mean, to be honest, Busch Gardens
Disneyland is so
overrated at this point. It's
I'm
a bit
letting
going
you know.
downhill.
I'm just letting you guys know Disneyland's so overrated.
I like Disney World. I haven't been to Disneyland, but I remember my parents when I was younger. They're like, "Well, what's the point of going to Disneyland when you have Disney World?"
This is gonna be a hot take, and I'm sure someone's gonna get pissed off at me for this hot take. But Disneyland is way better than Disney World. Don't even waste your energy going to Disney World.
Really?
Yes.
What's better about it? You're gonna have to sell me on that. Maybe for later. I'm not sure if the podcast.
No. I will do it right here and right now. Unless there is a specific attraction that does not exist at Disney World, or doesn't exist at Disneyland, because Disney has this philosophy that, oh, I'm gonna copy and paste everything everywhere nowadays. Like unless you want to go on like the Tron ride or the Guardians of the Galaxy coaster or whatever, like you're not really missing out on much. That's my hot take. Plus,
yeah, I mean,
plus you can just do everything in
enough.
one day at Disneyland, whereas at Disney World, you kind of have to split everything up, and it's like a whole thing where they are just trying to get all your money over the few days, whereas at least Disneyland is just getting your money in one day.
Yeah, I suppose, but I quite like the fact that you get to go to like loads of different attractions across loads of different things. It does feel like you're in like your own little universe. It's kind of cool,
But
especially when you're kids. Like when you go as a kid, it does feel like really magical. You're like, oh my god, like they have this entire giant corporate area owned by Mickey Mouse, just like outside of the jurisdiction of like tax laws. It's like, yes, Mickey Mouse collects the taxes around here. It just comes along with a baseball bat.
I'm
Takes
also
the money.
extremely biased too, because I've been to Disneyland outside of working there, of course, dozens, if not hundreds of times, because I live in the area, of course.
Yeah.
But I think if you're going to go to a Disney park, I would recommend Disneyland over Disney World. I would actually also recommend Tokyo Disney over both. You'd probably get a better value.
Yeah, I've had Tokyo Disney. It's really lovely.
But I also know since you live in the UK, you're going to be all sorts of messed up with the time zone difference.
It's like 8 hours. But to be honest, my sleep schedule is so messed up, it would just be completely normal for me. Because I went to Orlando, I think it was like the beginning of last year. And like I slept so well because my sleep schedule is so messed up in the UK that my sleep schedule was like perfect in the US. I was waking up at like 7 in the morning every day. I was like, oh, I feel so rejuvenated. So I didn't get any jet lag because my sleep schedule was so messed up. It's gone silent.
Yeah. But anyway, that's just my hot take. I would say, though, that California has a lot of theme parks to visit. But I'm also, like, I'm fatigued of them because I've been to them so many times.
Yeah, fair enough.
And plus, working at one of them does kind of strip away some of the magic. But if you haven't been, it's worth going at least once.
Yeah, the thing is, tickets to LA are so expensive. Maybe at some point in the future. But yeah.
Yeah, I live on the outskirts of LA and it's expensive.
Yeah, I mean, it's LA. It's basically just like London, but even more expensive.
But anyway, now we'll get to the actual fun part of the video. The viewer submitted questions. I'm going to start with the people from my server. This one comes...
Oh, I haven't seen these ones yet.
From, I'm sorry, I'm going to completely pronounce your name wrong. Porphyrium... I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce your name. I see it all the time, and I'm really sorry. Porphyromotomas 70. Yeah. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Why did she start her channel? I know, very original. Haha. I think you kind of said that at the beginning of the
reason I actually started my channel was for cheap YouTube Premium. So like, I just had the most generic name imaginable and didn't actually change it to YapEmporium until I think late 2024, early 2025. Because that was when I was like, you know what, I'm going to start making videos again. So that's the reason why I have a new channel compared to it just being uploaded to onto like an older channel that I had. But that's why I started it. And then the reason why I started making videos was because I got inspired by a few theme park YouTubers. But like, actually inspired, not just plagiarism, by Keyfall Coasters and Louis Poo.
Can you send me those
like
two channels so I can do B-roll
Yeah, I can
footage?
send it to you later.
Yeah, thank you. This one is from Rogue13. They actually had a question in my last video, and I had to remove one of their questions because they like to ask a lot of questions. But they had a long question, but I'll just sum it down to: will you play any of the Choro Q games or collect any of the toys? Just a fun fact, the same company that commissioned the roller coaster game that you played also made the Choro Q games. Just a fun fact.
So I've never actually played any of the Churro Q games.
They're
So I haven't
also
got
known
any
as
plans to.
road trip adventures. Or road
Is
trip.
that the game, like the Churro Q races? Is that a...
Yeah, I played them on my gaming hours.
Like, I have seen that game on the internet before. I think one of my viewers was recommending that I play it. So I did a bit of looking into it. It has, like, such a cool vibe. I love the music and everything.
Yeah.
It's definitely something that I want to...
You should play it.
Maybe play at some point in the future.
You should
possibly do a video on it, but I guess it just depends on how, like, enthralled I am by the actual game itself as to whether I want to spend, like, a month researching it and making a video on it.
You could also check out the Churro Q fandom wiki. They have a lot of information on there. And I can tell you that it's very accurate.
Yeah, that would definitely be interesting.
It's very accurate because I know a lot of the people in there, and they have spent hours upon hours upon hours making sure it's very accurate.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I can vouch for them. So just wanted to let you know.
Maybe it could be a future video topic then.
This one comes from Toast. They're both in my server and yours. As long same with that Porfimo fellow. Sorry, I can't pronounce their name. I'm aware that they like bread, but what's your opinion on toast? This is a very serious question.
Yeah, very serious. I have had to do a lot of preparation for this question. So I really like bread. I like the kind of softness that you get. With toast, I also very much enjoy it. I mean, you can have it in many different ways. If you turn up the dial, you can get a bit more toasted. I said the word toasted wrong there. I don't know how I managed that. You can get it more toasted, or you can get it a bit more lighter, but it's still fluffy on the inside. So, you know, it's very versatile. I love toast. And you can, like, put the butter on when it's warm. Sometimes you can put it on when it's cold, and then you get, like, cold butter on top of the toast as well. So it's like, there's so much versatility with toast. I love a bit of toast as well. But I think I prefer bread. Bread is a bit better than toast. Sorry to disappoint.
Do you like putting jelly on your toast or jam?
Occasionally, I do put some jam on my
question.
toast. Yes. I mean, yeah, occasionally, but not particularly too often. But yeah, I do enjoy.
This one comes from your server, but Revenant Addict asked top 5 favorite consoles of all time. And if you don't have 5, that's fine.
Top 5. So I think probably my favorite one was maybe like the PlayStation 3. I really loved the PlayStation 3. Closely followed by probably the Wii. Then by the Nintendo DS.
Hold on, which DS model?
The original one. Not the original one, but like the one which came right after the Nintendo DS, like the original one.
DS Lite?
Just the kind of like slightly, yeah, DS Lite, that's the one. I never actually had any of the newer ones, but yeah, the Nintendo DS loved like Mario Kart DS and everything.
Hell yeah.
Great games. Nintendogs. Loved Nintendogs. So many good games. And same with like the Wii, Mario Kart Wii. Loved Mario Kart. We Play Tanks. Amazing game. Spent hours playing that with my brother. Love that. In terms of like the PlayStation 2, the fact that it had backwards compatibility with some PlayStation 1 games as well. Playing Monsters Inc. Scare Island, that game terrified me as a kid. Maybe a subject for a future video.
Do you know what the PS2 also had?
Roller Coaster World.
It also had Road Trip Adventure.
Wow.
A game you should play.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to play it at some point.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. But yeah, how many have I done so far? I think
3.
I've done the PS3, the Wii, the DS. But maybe it has to be like... So I'm going from like favorite to least favorite, by the way. And then maybe the PS5, then Xbox One. But yeah, I think that's probably the order I'd go in. And then like in terms of... I mean, it's just ones that I've owned really, because I haven't really played many. I never played on a PS4, so I can't really fairly accurately judge it, despite the fact that it's objectively a much better console. It's just that the Xbox One was
technically,
the only
if you think
console I
about
had.
it, the PS5 is technically just a beefed up PS4 because it can play.
I mean,
PS4
essentially,
games.
yeah. I have been thoroughly enjoying a PS5 since I got it, but I only got it at like the beginning of last year.
This is gonna be my hot take:
like,
is the PS4 was just the Bloodborne machine. That's all it was good for.
I had loads of other games as well.
Oh no,
it did have
no, I get it.
decent quantity.
My PS5
Yeah,
is
that
just
would
my
be
Astrobot
my-
machine.
Oh, I love Astrobot. Astrobot is so fun. It's gotten to the point where I'm scared to finish it because it's such a good game. I'm so I don't want to finish it. And then what I've ended up doing is getting like halfway through and then just completely stopped playing it. And I need to get back into it at some point.
I played it as my
Yeah,
fourth
that's
episode for my gaming hour.
Oh, that's wonderful. But yeah, so that's my top 5 consoles. I think that's
a pretty good list.
I've lost track, but yeah, basically, yeah.
And having the PS3s, I didn't actually own a PS3 until 2022, where some dummy was selling it for $50 on eBay because it looks like it was dropped and it was missing the top cover, and it was a backwards compatible one, right? And I was like, does it work? And he was just like, yeah, I just dropped it. And I was just like, you know what? Worst case, I lose $50. And then I plugged it in and everything, and guess what? It worked. So I got a backwards compatible really PS3 for $50. It's just worst case. It just has a couple of scuffs and stuff. I bought a top plate for it, so it works good as new. Just a little beat up.
Yeah, I really loved playing like Mod Nation races, like Forza Motorsport 5. Not Forza Motorsport, Gran Turismo 5. My brain is just like...
what's the difference? They're all racing games.
Yeah, basically the same anyway. But yeah, Mod Nation Racers, love that game. It's so amazing. Little Big Planet.
Your last question from your Discord server is from Abomination XY. What is your egg crack moment? I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but yeah.
So that is to do with the trans community. It's basically when you realize that you were trans.
Oh, okay.
I probably would have been...
Sorry.
So I guess the main reason, the main point where I realized that I was trans was maybe in the school assembly. This was the first time that I realized what trans was, and basically they just brought a trans person into this assembly, who was an author called Juno Dawson, and so she came in, basically just talks about the trans experience, and basically she indoctrinated me into the trans agenda, and that's what happened. that was basically where I realized, oh wait a minute, you can actually medically transition and everything. And then some kid behind me made a transphobic joke, so it took another 3 years for me to actually start transitioning. But yeah, that's basically how my egg cracked. But yeah.
Well, first of all, thank you. I didn't know what that meant, so I learned something new today, and I hope you also learned something new today as well, audience. But
yeah, you better learn that information. Write it down on a notepad. You might need it in a test one day.
I forgot to tell you that we have a new segment
media.
At the end of these, that there's a quiz, and if you don't get the quiz right at the end, I come into your house and I take your favorite thing. So I hope you are taking notes, audience. I'm not joking, by the way. I know where you live.
Stealing everyone's IP addresses.
Yeah, I know where you live. What's your IP address? 192.168.11. Yeah. Everyone's IP address. Anyway, this will be the speed round because I have 30 comments on your YouTube post. One of them was from me because I said, hey, we're done with the questions because I'm recording right now. But we can eliminate, I think, 3 of them because we just asked them in the theme park segment. Anyway, starting with RS Zen Official, what inspired you to do content creation? Who are your favorite content creators that say I made you want to do this? I think we kind of answered that one already with...
I mean, in the past, I think... the channels that I watched back in 2015, 2013, 2012, mainly PewDiePie. So I watched loads of PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye.
Whoa.
I used to watch Ali A back in the day before he started doing cringe reaction content, and I used to watch his Call of Duty content. Yeah. Obviously Penguin Zero, Charlie, loved his content. Jack's films. So they kind of inspired me to do content, and also H3H3 Productions, iDubbbz back in the day. Yeah. Obviously, the internet has changed a lot since then.
And the only one that we still watch today is Jack's films.
Yeah, to be honest, I still dabble in PewDiePie and Charlie, Penguin Zero. Love a bit of their content. Especially just like the occasional vlogs from PewDiePie. I love those.
Yeah, I get
Very
it.
wholesome.
I never watched the other guys, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
No one at all ever asked, whose cat is that? I'm assuming your profile picture.
My cat. Yes, that's a cat called Charlie. She is sadly no longer with us. She died back in, I think it was like June or July. But look, there's a little picture that my friend drew of Charlie. So she's still alive in our hearts. Yeah, like she was always my profile picture since I created the account. And I'm not going to change it because I think it's just a nice way to kind of keep her memory alive. Yeah, that's
a good way to remember your loved ones is through a profile picture. So it's not your cat, no one at all ever, with a question mark profile picture. It's not yours. Rubber161 asks, would you rather have bacon but no games, or games, unlimited games but more games? No more games. That's such a...
Oh, that's a hard one.
I don't...
Such a difficult one. I think I touched just have the bacon, because like the unlimited games but no games basically just means no games whatsoever. So I think I'd just rather have the bacon, even though I'm not... Like, I like bacon, but like I prefer games. But I mean, if it's just like bacon or nothing, I'm going to go with the bacon.
Do you like bacon?
It's alright, yeah.
Alright. Continuous Frost asked, do you simply post for fun? If you do it on topics do you find mainly interesting? Do you see a huge rise in future with the channel? Do you plan on future series or more horror videos on more topics other than horror? Would you do YouTube full time?
So for the first question, I definitely do my content as a hobby currently. I don't think I'd want to do it full time, at least not just yet. Of course, if it did become big enough in the future to sustain myself, I think maybe I would go part-time at my current job, but I still do enjoy doing my job. I think I'd still want to go outside for work, because I feel like if I was just inside all the time working from home, I think I'd get a bit depressed. But I mainly do it as a hobby currently, just do it for fun, making pretty much anything that I want to. Is there anything that I missed off that question? There's quite a lot in there.
I think you got the gist of it. Haunter and Humility asked, what's a joke you still laugh at to this day?
That's a difficult one, you know. Oh my god, I can't even think of something.
I would just say my YouTube channel.
Oh my god. That is good. I'd have to like think about that for a bit. I was like,
they'll
put
get
that
back
in
to you on
post
that
and be
one.
like, yeah, there you go. There's a joke I still laugh to. Yeah, I'll get back to you in like 10 to 15 business days. Don't worry.
They'll put it in a future video. How does that sound? But unless they forget or just don't care to answer it. How does that sound?
I'll probably forget.
Well, there's your answer. Anyway, Custom Corkscrews asked how you get the ideas for your videos.
So like for the Roller Coaster World video, I got that back in 2024 when I found the game for like 50p. I was like, this is a weird looking game. Decided to take it home because I was like, oh, theme park game, love theme parks, love games. That's amazing. Let's play this. Put it in, found the haunted house. So I was like, this is horrifying. This is definitely like all over the internet. There's definitely going to be quite a few videos talking about this because this is an incredibly weird game. So I was kind of like, oh, there's no one spoken about it except for like one little Irish kid back in like 2008 or something, like 2010. So like, wait a minute, like nobody's made any content on this. So I was like, I'm going to like make a video on this at some point. Obviously never got round to it until a year later. That's how I got the idea for that. Same with the Smiler game. Like I'd played the Smiler game as a kid. I was like, wait a minute, it's like no content online about the Smiler game. And the Smiler game is like really interesting to talk about, especially when it's like tied in with the incident that happened and like how kind of weird and how horribly it's aged. So I felt like that would be an interesting video to do as well. And I have like quite a few other ones. Like one of the future videos, that was simply because of like a really old documentary that got recommended to me on YouTube while I was doing research for the Laughing Man video, because that was all about an automata. And then ended up getting recommended this about this other automata project. So That's how I got that idea. And then any future ones, like a lot of them are games that I played as a kid that I want to cover at some point in the future that kind of scared me and that I might want to cover. And then also just viewer suggestions. If anyone wants to send over any viewer suggestions, I might take a look at some of those in the future. No guarantee, but
They're gonna go right into the bargain bin, and I mean by bargain bin, that accidentally says trash bin. Whoops.
yeah, no, go on forever.
Anyway, Neko Blue says, "Is mayonnaise an instrument?"
I'm gonna say yeah. Yeah, it's an instrument. I mean, you can probably make some noises with it, you know, with the tube.
Have you seen those? I don't know if they pop up in your recommended tab or not, but they pop up in mine sometimes, where this channel's whole gimmick is playing popular songs with mayonnaise.
I haven't seen that, no, but that does sound like something that would be on YouTube.
Yeah,
so yeah, I think
keeps
I answered that
popping up in my
question
feed.
perfectly.
The Heavy Shadow asks, "What is your favorite 4-digit number? What is your mother's maiden name? What was your first pet called?" I think this person's trying to get some information out of you.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna say no comment to that. Although I do love consecutive numbers, so you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's
Hey,
a
Heavy
number.
Shadow. If you want something, 12. There you go. What's
Wonderful.
red mantia? Mantia? I don't know how to say your name. 6143 says, "What's the best amount of toast to have?"
I'm gonna go with 5. That was a difficult one to answer. I was thinking about that for a while as well. Similar to the toast question.
So like 5 on
dunno.
each foot, or a total of 5?
I'm just gonna go with a total of 5. You know, like
All right.
be a bit quirky.
DeFrugs asked, "Do you like carrots?"
I love a carrot. Sometimes I'll just like grab a raw carrot, munch into it. You know.
Hey, what's up, Doc? STR Llama's trying to get 2 questions in, so I'm going to skip them. Sorry, STR Llama.
Damn, gonna skip them. What
Yep.
was that question?
They were asking what your future plans were, but we've already had this conversation.
We have already had that convo.
Sorry, STR Llama.
I've already yapped too much. Sorry.
The man 5510, on a scale of 1 to 10, how Carsonarized are you? What are your favorite music artists? If a zombie apocalypse happened right now, what are your immediate plans? I cannot read that word. I'm sorry. I'm having
So,
a
like
brain
the
fart.
first word, I had to actually look that up. It's essentially an evolution into a crab. So it's like how evolved into a crab are you? I'm gonna go with like I think we probably share like a tiny bit of DNA with crabs. Surely, like we share DNA with like a certain amount of species. So I'm gonna say about like maybe 5%, 5% crab. And then for the second question, wait, what's the second question? It was
Favorite
what type of music
artist?
artist do I like? So I do love a bit of Gorillaz. Love Gorillaz. I love Baby No Money. Baby No Money is nice. Benny, I do enjoy. Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish in it.
My wife likes that artist.
Who else? Yeah. Naomi Wild. And then Jamiroquai. Jamiroquai is good as well. And then that was a final question. And that's also just
Zombie
exited my
apocalypse
brain.
right now. What are you going to do?
Oh, I am so fucking boring. You know what? I once had a dream about a zombie apocalypse. And you might be thinking, like, oh, what did you do? Like, that's kind of crazy. Kind of terrifying. And I was just like, well, my God, the world's ending. I went down the shops. I stole a pack of mints. As in, like, I stole some polos, some Tic Tacs. Ate those. So that kind of gives you an idea of how interesting I am. I'd probably just fucking die, you know.
Just do
get
what they
my
did in Shaun
brains
of the
munched.
Dead. That's what you do. There you go. Problem solved.
Eat a cornetto, yeah.
Master Potato C2Ds. Chicken tenders or chicken wings?
So I actually tested this today. So I went to watch Iron Lung, Markiplier's Iron Lung today. And then when I got out, I went for cheeky Spoons. If you don't know what Spoons is, if you're an American viewer or outside of the UK, Spoons is basically a little restaurant, but it's more like a pub chain. It's really nice and cheap, fast food, but also just loads of alcohol as well, cheap alcohol. So I had a cheeky bit of alcohol, cheeky bit of spoons, got both chicken tenders and chicken wings. And from that experience, at least, I preferred the chicken wings. Chicken wings were nicer, but then they were also spicy wings. I feel like it's a bit more of a challenge to eat some wings. A bit more texture as well. I prefer wings personally. But a tender is also good. So it's kind of difficult. But yeah, I had to go with wings because they're spicy as well. I like spicy
Here's
wings.
a follow-up
Tasty.
question. Boneless or bone-in with chicken wings?
I prefer bone-in, but like I can see both arguments.
Would it
but
just
normally,
be a chicken
bone-in
tender
is
if it's a boneless wing?
I mean, kind of technically, but yeah, I said bone-in anyway, so...
That's just a follow-up question
Yeah.
for myself. But anyway, KindHeart3256 asked, pretty generic, but what inspired you to start making YouTube videos? I think we already answered this
we've
one,
already covered this
but
a
I
few
wanted to read
times.
it
But yeah, just
anyway.
like old YouTube, new YouTube. Obviously, don't want to be doing what old YouTube was, because that was basically just like bullying children on the internet. But like that was a different time. When you're a kid watching that, you're like, yeah, you bully that kid. But then when you're an adult, you're like, wait a minute. Like in the past, we were just like bullying children. That's not good. Shouldn't have been doing that.
I think
Yeah,
we
that's-
have an edgy person with a cat sticking their tongue out. Rat Lord Pro says, why do you sound like an AI so much?
It's probably because of the amount of times that I do my narration, because I'm very much a perfectionist. So I'd be like, hello and welcome up to this video. Today, we're going to be talking about this highly interesting, amazing creation. So I guess it's just my narration voice.
You know what you should do
Yeah.
on April Fool's Day is just like use like Microsoft Sam or like Microsoft Mary or something.
Oh my god.
Just to
Yeah,
like
just,
just to really get them.
Or just start doing it in like the most AI generated voice ever. I've had people say that I sound like those like alarms that go off in buildings when you're about to die. And you know, it's like the attention, attention. The fire alarm has been activated. Please stay in shelter immediately. The fire service will arrive shortly. Death is imminent. Please get into your death pod. You know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. You know what a wild goose asked?
Well,
They said, do you like old or retro or apps? Like games.
I mean, I do love a bunch of old games. Love
I mean,
myself some PS2
aren't
games.
old and
I love the
retro the
aesthetic of
same
PS2
thing?
games. Like, I know that there's like the whole thing of like people don't like the fact that people are overusing the PS2 aesthetic and the PS1 aesthetic for like badly made horror games. I personally love the aesthetic. It's fun to make as well. Like I've made a few projects with like PS1 aesthetic in the past. And I love kind of just adding that kind of like grungy PS1 style. But I do definitely agree that some of it is a bit lazy. But yeah, I love a bit of PS2 classic content. And also just like Rollercoaster Tycoon, the original 2. Those are very nice. I love the art style of that. And the gameplay is fun as well.
OpenRCT 2 is also a good option.
I love watching the videos on that. Oh my god, I've forgotten the name of the guy who does these like really in-depth videos into Open Rollercoaster Tycoon.
Marcel Voss.
Yeah, that's the guy. I love his videos. Shout out to him. Amazing videos. Love those.
Going to go says, why don't you want a vetted question? I don't know what that means.
So for context for that, I was in a Discord call with him yesterday and he was like, oh, I don't know what to ask. Do you want to like come up with a question for me to ask? I was like, no, I'm not going to make you ask a question that's like vetted by me. Like ask your own question. So he just asked that instead.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah.
Logan,
about it.
the big drummer, is apologizing for their last comment that they deleted.
Oh yeah, because they were just like, I don't want to ask a question. So okay.
Well, good on you,
apologized, which is
Logan, the
fine.
big drummer.
Thank you very much for apologizing.
They have a bunch of numbers in their name, but I think they're trying to go with neutralized with a 2. Do you like Roblox?
It's an alright game, yeah. I played it a bit as a kid. And then obviously when I got plagiarized by Flash, I returned to the game. And there's definitely a few games which I did enjoy. Pressure is one of them. Doors was quite fun as well. I'm sure there's a couple that I'm missing off as well, which were quite fun.
And the last...
Yeah, like for the most part, I don't think
sorry.
I'd play it that much, like as a hobby. I definitely wouldn't really play it much in my free time. But it's fun. It's fun to do on like a stream every now and then.
it's a good once in a while to come back and be like, oh, that's neat, and then that's it.
Yeah, I guess I prefer like story-based games and stuff. And like there are a few on Roblox, but I prefer like I feel like there's so many microtransactions. Like you die and it's just immediately like
There is this.
spend £5, or like
there was
automatically
this,
like asks you to spend money as well. Like you'll just step on this thing. It's like you'll automatically be charged in 5 seconds. You have to like click off before it charges you. So predatory. It's like I'm
Yeah,
on like a gambling website or
the
something. It's awful.
microtransactions in that game have gotten so much worse.
Yeah.
But the last question comes from Ugly Bunny Boy 6515. They say Watersurf. Anyway, are you purple?
That's definitely an interesting question. The thing is, normally I'm not purple. Look at me. I'm not purple. I'm like mildly purple right now. But I do have like a medical condition where sometimes it's called like Raynaud's or Raynaud's. I don't know how to pronounce it. Basically, sometimes when it's really cold outside, my blood vessels constrict slightly, and I end up just my hands go like blue or purple when it's really cold outside, and people are like, "Oh my god, are you dying?" I'm like, "No, don't worry, it's fine." But yeah, so sometimes I am purple. Great question.
You
Don't know
know,
why they asked
I'm
that.
I'm glad that this is the final question of the video.
Yeah, we've been going like 2 hours now. Everyone's left. It's barren desert. Can say whatever we want. Won't get cancelled.
Everybody left when we started talking about how old we were, like back problems and wrist pain.
Yeah, everyone disappeared.
Man. Well, anyway, we're gonna wrap this up with final thoughts. Do you have any final thoughts you'd like to share with the audience, being it my audience, your audience, or that random person that somehow made it to the end of the video that doesn't even know about either one of us?
Oh my
Because
God,
there's
I've already
always
yapped
that
so much,
there's always
but-
that one person that watches these videos.
Yeah, the entire thing, they just like fell asleep to it and they've just woken up like, whoa, who are these people? Why are they on my screen? Where's this auto playing? Oh no, what's going on? But yeah, no, I guess my final point would be just essentially, if you want to create content on the internet, just go for it. Like it's unlikely that it will blow up in the way that my video did. I think I got incredibly lucky with like the content that I did do. And I feel like I got so incredibly lucky to get the opportunity that I have gotten. And I think if anyone else gets an opportunity like me, don't feel like you're forced to kind of like go all in on it. Because I feel like when I first started blowing up, I was thinking like, oh my God, I need to put everything into this. Because like nobody gets this opportunity. So many people would like beg for this opportunity. But I feel like just do it as a hobby. I mean, obviously, if you want to go all in, but like never force yourself to go all in. But also, just if you want to go into content creation, just go in, start making stuff. You know, it's never too late to start. That's my point. I'm not exactly a YouTube expert or anything, but yeah.
I will also say that it's also a rare circumstance for a channel like yours to do blow up out of nowhere. But sometimes it's just in the right place at the wrong time, or wrong place at the right time, whatever it may be. Not everybody's third video is going to blow up out of nowhere. Not everybody's 100th video is going to blow up out of nowhere. Not everybody's 1,000th video is going to blow up out of nowhere. Sometimes one of your videos from 10 years ago will get traction. Sometimes you may never get traction. Sometimes it's a slow burn. You never know.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my wisdom. I have a video that gets like maybe 2 or 3 views every month, but that has trickled into at least 1,000 views over the past 10 years. And like, if you look at it that way, that's like, dang, 1,000 people have watched this video over the past 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of crazy when you think about like what those numbers actually mean, like you explained earlier with it's just, but then also like, when you think about it as like a stadium of people, you can also look at like these really detailed statistics where you can see how many people are like leaving every 4 seconds. So you'll just see like a section where you make like a joke, and like I guess some people don't like the jokes, so you just see like 4,000 people will drop out. So it's kind of like you're doing some live stand up, and like imagine doing a live stand up in like a giant stadium. Every time you make a joke, you just see like this large portion, like 4,000 people just
I hate that
collectively
graph.
stand up and disappear out. I don't really mind that graph. I quite like it. It's
No,
quite useful.
it is
But
funny.
also, I feel like sometimes I look too analytically at everything. I just need to stop, ignore it, and just make whatever the hell I want.
I mean, I also do timestamps too, so I'm like, somebody skipped that joke. Like, you missed my funniest joke.
That does. I'd be so annoyed. I don't really do timestamps for that reason. I'm like, I made this whole video. You got to sit through the whole video.
I
you
don't
can just
do
manually go through
timestamps
it. You know,
if it's like a 3-minute video. I'm like, you can sit through a 3-minute video. If you can't, then I don't know what to
but
tell
I
you.
mean, you think that, but then my like 1.5-minute video where I was talking about that my video getting plagiarized by a Russian, most people dipped out in the first minute. I'm like, damn, is it that boring? I guess it's not that interesting to see. Just like, here's the first plagiarist, like here's my video, and here's the plagiarism. Here's my video, here's the plagiarism. It's not that interesting. But yeah, I do understand it. Especially when you can pretty much just watch anything on the internet. Like, why would you stick around to watch something when you can
I don't care
just go
if
and
you
watch
got
something else?
plagiarized.
You got
Like,
the
I can
general
see
gist
that
of
in
it.
the thumbnail and the title.
Yeah, so it's like, exactly, yeah. But anyway, yeah, those are my final thoughts.
Well, I guess the most important thing that I want to say is thank you for spending the last almost 2 hours with me. Dang. I mean, it was.
That's okay. You are.
I mean, it was a
welcome.
little bit longer because we were chatting before this, and we'll probably chat after this. But thanks for spending your evening with me. That was pretty radical. I know people don't use that word anymore.
It's okay. You're very welcome. I have had a fun time. It's nice to be doing something different. I like to push myself because I normally would say just like no to anything like a podcast because I think like even though I yap a lot, I'm quite an introverted person normally. So it was definitely an interesting experience.
But and I also know that I said I wanted to have creators that were under 10K on this podcast, but I felt like you were the exception to that rule because you said you want. I know I didn't cover this at all on the podcast, but you had 8 subscribers one night, and then pretty much you woke up and you had pretty much 63,000 subscribers. I'm not literally one overnight, but you get the idea. It's just like,
yeah, I think within the first week I had about 20,000 after that video released.
It's one of those
so,
surreal
it was
feelings.
It was very surreal, but it also just means that like everything else that you have to live up to in the future. So even if you're gaining like 1,000 subscribers in a month, it doesn't feel like you're going fast enough. So I've kind of just learned to stop looking at the number. Like,
if it makes you feel better, I had a clip featured in that recent Try Not to Laugh Jackson's video, and I followed it up with a podcast video. So don't put too much pressure on yourself.
yeah.
Don't care what you upload, man. If people are gonna watch your stuff, they're gonna watch it for you. And if they don't want to watch it, then they can go watch something else. There's billions of other videos they can watch.
Yeah, thank you very much for the advice.
Yeah. And hey, look at how many people watch your wizard video. That's a lot.
I know. I was like so surprised that so many people are willing to watch me just kind of yap for 5 minutes.
With this podcast, they can listen to it while they're driving. They can listen to it while they're cooking dinner. They can listen to it while they're taking a nap.
I mean, if they were listening to this while they're driving, they've probably fallen asleep at the wheel and crashed. So I apologize for that. Please do not sue me. I'm not legally responsible. If you look at the @ in the channel down below, Watersurf, that's how you can send your lawyers towards. I'm not affiliated with the channel. Not legally responsible. Thank you.
I'm poor. I don't make any money, so you're not going to be getting anything from me. My bank account has $0 in it. You're going to be waiting a while. Anyway,
Maybe in a few decades.
Anyway, if you are subscribed to Yap, that's probably how you found this video. If you're subscribed to me, please go check out YapEmporium's video. They'll probably have a video out eventually, so go check out some of her videos if you haven't seen them already.
Maybe in the next week even. Possibly.
Oh.
I mean, fingers crossed. The amount of emails that I sent to people, like, for example, my thumbnail artist for this next video, because I got a thumbnail artist.
Whoa.
I sent him an email, like, a week ago. Going like, oh yeah, I'll send it to you in, like, 2 days. I'll send you, like, an early link for the video. And then something's now come up where I have, like, possibly a new collaborator on this video. So now I'm kind of putting it off for a bit longer. But, like, I've been working on this video since November. It's been so long. And you'd be thinking, oh, wow, this is going to be like the most perfect video ever. No, I was just procrastinating a lot. But yeah. Should be fun.
But yeah,
I'm excited about releasing that.
This
when
will
it does
be
come out.
the end card
It
segment.
might even be out by the time this releases.
I'm gonna wrap this up. This is the end card segment. Here's Yap Emporium's 2 main channels. You can go find Yap Emporium's 3rd channel in the description. I'm not gonna put that in the end cards. And here's Yap Emporium's big video. And here's the last episode you can go check out. So go check out those. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, go check them out.
It's been a pleasure recording this and doing this podcast. And remember,
It's been so fun.
there's a quiz. What did you learn in this podcast today? Go comment down below. I have your IP address. STR Llama.
What did you learn? Even if it was
kidding.
nothing, just say, I learned nothing from this, you fool. Something like that. Comment that down below to show that you watched the whole thing.
All right. Bye-bye.
I'll bully you in the comments. Anyway, bye.